Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Peace, peace. What's good, Urban X Nation? What is happening? Welcome back to another episode. What's
hey,
good, everybody?
Wanda, what's going on? Yeah.
What's good? What's good? Thank you guys for joining us on a Thursday,
Yes.
9 p.m.
Yes.
We don't take this for granted. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. We are the #1 father and son podcast on the entire planet, in the solar system, in the galaxy. Urban X Podcast. What's good, everybody?
In the building.
What's good, everybody? We here.
We here.
We're live and direct. What's good? I'm Malcolm. That's the artist formerly known as the Black Dot.
Currently known as Dwayne Dot. I'm being funny.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to see how, you know.
What up, Dante? I see
like
you.
It. Trying to see if I liked it. What's up, everybody?
Yes.
What's good?
Let me get right to it and thank the people, for being here, for continually being patient with us as we, work our way into, a situation that's comfortable, that benefits everybody. And so we are here. Chic, thank you. Appreciate
Thank you. We appreciate you.
the love coming through. And as we reconstruct what it is that we do. But first and foremost, for those who don't know, the last couple of weeks we've been out of commission because Mama Dot lost her moms. And all the outpour of love that has come through, we truly, truly appreciate it. She was fighting the battle for a long time. I've known her for just about 30 years, comfortable enough to call her moms, got to know her personally, intimately. And so even though moms were still fighting the battle, whenever you lose your moms, it's an exclusive club, man. And it hits different. And so I always tell people, if you have your moms here with you, honor them, love them, respect them. I don't care how much they get on your nerve and how annoying they could be at times. If I could just hear my mom's voice one more time, what I would do for it. And for grandbabies, I know you age out after a certain time and, hanging out with grandma is not cool anymore. But grandma miss you. And so go by and see her. Go by and spend time with her. And your grandpops, if your grandpops are still around too. And so a lot of condolences. The UX90 in particular, I want to thank. They sent fruit baskets. They sent plants. They sent love. They sent,
Everyone came
so
to the
much
funeral.
our way. And we really, really needed it. And for everyone who just logged on to give their condolences, we want to say thank you. And we appreciate it during these, tough times. And so, life be lifing. We had a whole October rollout going, and then life kicks in. And so, Mama Yvonne, as I call her, we love you. We're going to miss you. And salute to you. All right, let's get that out of the way. Mama Dot would love that applause. I want to shout out Giovanni, as we know he had the
Absolutely.
baby.
Yeah,
And shout that out.
Baby Noah.
Baby Noah. Beautiful name. Beautiful name. The him and his queen. I seen them pictures online. They loving up on Baby Noah, a.k.a. No. And so we see you as the Urban X Nation continues to grow. I want to shout out our girl from the UX90, Gwen, who sent us some beautiful, tasty cookies. Homemade cookies that we've been slamming since they got here, and some other little gifts and things of that nature. And so salute to them and all it is that they do, Malcolm. I appreciate you. You at the home, the transitional. And thank Leslie for coming through.
Yeah, she came through.
She came through in person. See, the UX90 is everywhere at all times, so she came through in person, to share love and just put her arms around us. And so we were very, very thankful. We've been busy, but we're here now trying to, add a sense of regularity back to life. Now, as I mentioned, I lost a couple of weeks, so I want to get right to it and let you know, November 2nd, Malcolm, the 60-day challenge starts. All right?
60-day challenge are you talking about?
60-day challenge. 60-day journey to healing, transformation, and self-discovery. This is based off my book, Gotta Laugh to Keep From Crying. And so I'm going to hold them both up at the same time. All right? And so what we're doing here is not just giving you my story. I'm going to give you a roadmap on how I survived it. Some of the stories in here will shock you. They're very unsettling. And it took years and years to write this story because of past trauma, past family beef, past this, past that. This journal right here is going to help you get through that. Now, the journal is not for everybody. It's for you. It's for you to take what's inside here and write it down. And writing is important. That's why they call it spelling. You're creating these spells. You actually putting this outside of you into a formatted book that might become your book one day. Or you sit it where your will is, and when you transition and you want people to know your deepest, darkest secrets about how you overcame, here it is. All right? Now, this 60-day challenge is going to be free. It's going to be on YouTube. Every morning, I'm going to post 15, 20 minutes of whatever the assignment is. We'll go through some things. If you want to actually participate, you got to go to shopurbanx.com and get the journal.
I have the journal linked under the video as well.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. You get this, and on Saturday mornings, for members only. See, this is why you had to keep your membership, because we back, all right? Saturday mornings, about 11 o'clock, I'm going to come on live, and you can talk to me. It's an extended window now. It ain't just 20, 24 people in there. It's 200 people can be on the screen at one time now, right? And so every Saturday during this 60-day journey, I'm going to be there, and you're going to be there, and we're going to be going through what it is that we have to go through. Because in the end, the hero always wins. But people get this notion that being a hero is being up all the time and defeating people and overcoming challenges. Life don't work that way. Life be lifing. So we going up and down. So all you got to do, see, Wanda got her, she be on it early, is go to Urban X TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You're already here. Yeah. And if you want to go on a deeper dive, go to Shop Urban X and pick up the journal. And as members, log in. And if your membership has been stale, you better get in there and reorganize that, because the price is getting ready to go up. You know what I mean? And we're going to give people a small window, whether you're in at 5 or 10, to stay there. Because we are going to bring some things back, and we got some stuff coming as only Urban X could do. I'll put our membership up against anybody's. Their membership is just more of the shit they do. Ours has been different. We bring people in. We pay people to come in, teach you. We pay people to give courses, because it's not about us, it's about you. So we are here and excited for what the future holds for Urban X, because, I mean, we're just the best at what we do. While we were away, we missed you. You missed us. Oh, don't forget this. This run is going to be iconic. That's why we chose that. It's a 20% sale going on right now. And I know everything we do is legendary, but this run right here into 2026 is going to be iconic. And so you can get this flavorful, iconic merch. All right? And starting Monday, my book may be available on Amazon at that point. We are going to start a drive to help me make it go be a bestseller. That's it. You know what I mean? We're going to rock this thing out where you can get that. You can get the audio book exclusively in my voice on my channel. We got the ebook. All of that stuff is going to pop off. And Urban X is back.
All right.
Troy Brenz, appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. Yes.
All right, so let's get to some stuff, man.
So, Malc, let's get to it.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right, first things first, condolences to the family of D'Angelo, legendary R&B singer. He didn't like the term neo soul.
Neo soul, yeah, I know.
He said, "I'm just a singer. I make black music. I don't make neo soul. I make black music."
Yes, I can agree. I can agree.
So he passed away, and when I got the news, I was just like, "Yo, like, somebody ever passed away, and you ever just be like, I felt like I was just thinking about them."
I was. Yes.
Angie Stone passed away earlier this year. They have a child together. I remember recently watching a YouTube documentary about how that song, The Untitled, How Does It Feel? That song kind of like ruined his self-image and ruined like his confidence because he didn't like being seen as a sex symbol.
Yes.
And that video and that song made him that. Like he had no choice but to be that. And he went through like a real depressive state as a result of that song. So I thought that was just kind of like a fascinating thing. And then like I feel like a month later, this news, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's always weird how, news like that works. Not news, but like situations like that works.
Yes. I was listening to that very song and adding it to my playlist of, classic stuff I like listening to. And like a week later, this happened. The Neo Soul title it's a gift and a curse. And what I mean by that is this. Him, India.Arie, Music Soul Child, The Roots, Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, It was a bunch of them that were coming out on or around the same time, and the love and soul and funk and sonic vibration of that music was so powerful. But what happens is sometimes the undefinable, right? Because this song even was called The Untitled. They have to, in order to package it and serve it back to the people, they label it. I told you that's what happened to hip hop. We didn't call it hip hop. It just was. Once they gave it a name, then they can hit their boardrooms and find out how to market and promote it. So in the title, I told wifey to put the Godfather of Neo Soul because at the end of the day, he was like the essence of that new movement. And his music was so powerful. And I can see how that song, because women, bro, that song was driving, that video was driving women bananas.
I remember
they were sitting there waiting for the camera to go lower and lower and lower. And
it was me. I remember when the video dropped, we were at your house, and it was Mama Dot, Auntie April, I feel like Uncle Chill, like everybody was there in the video. I remember the camera kept going low, and y'all were like, "Oh, what the hell?" Oh,
yeah, the fellas was like, come on, man. Yeah. And the ladies were going, go.
Yeah, like I was little too. I was just like, yo, he's naked.
But when that's not who you are at the core and they pigeonhole you, it can ruin you because when you're really just about the art. You know what I mean?
Yo, so you know what's crazy? What the ironic part is about that song in particular, right? It's the idea of it being pitch black behind him being naked. It's nothing. It's just the music. It's just what I'm talking about. It's just the lyrics. Because around that time, that's when I really started getting into like music videos. I'm waiting for something to happen,
right?
And nothing is happening. I'm like, is this it? And when you get older, you realize like it's just nothing. It's bare. It's just the message and it's just the music.
Yes.
So when they bastardized basically that message of the song, essentially, it ruined him. And I think that's just ironic. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing too. It also showed he was bearing his soul. Like there's no flashy women. There's no diamonds. There's no champagne being poured. It's me in my rawest essence, but literally.
Somebody else did that, like, I want to say like 10 years ago. It's a guy, it was a black man, black woman, then naked. I forget and they're spinning
the song
around.
is called To the End of Time.
To the End of Time, yes.
Beautifully done.
Yes.
Beautifully done. They butt ass in that video.
Yeah.
They know who I'm talking about. Everybody in the chat knows. It was beautifully done, right? Mm-hmm. And so they were pouring their soul out to each other in that sense. Now, me, I'm thinking, damn, I wonder how Mama Dot would feel if I had to come home and be like, look, Ma, the video concept is, I don't know her like that, but
it's art.
It's art. We butt ass. And then, I got to tell little homie, listen, this is a video. Don't get crazy with it. Because then it'd be like, we out here doing a slow dance and shit. And so, but I still thought it was beautifully done. So salute to D'Angelo. He also had other children. He had a daughter and a few other children, and I want to send my condolences to them as well, because we tend to focus in on the child he had with Angie Stone, but he had Jamie Foxx's spoof was crazy.
Yeah,
he was picking lint out his navel, and you know how Jamie Foxx get with it because he can actually sing. And
Timothy Bloom, thank you for the chat.
D'Angelo and his whole family.
All right, so let's get to some more stuff.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hit the button?
Listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Timothy Bloom. Yep.
Timothy Bloom. Yeah, that's the name of the song.
Thank you.
So All right.
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
Before we get there, today is the 30th anniversary of the Million Man March.
Wow.
I want to go there.
Wow.
It was the most monumental event of my lifetime. All right. And if you read my book, I speak about being at a real dark place in my life and the minister Farrakhan calling black men. He didn't call black Muslims. Listen, he called everybody. And we heard the call. And it was a town meeting with the world. And I bought my ticket in advance, my bus tickets, me and Ramik. And we get down to Harlem, bro. And they not letting no buses across because I guess the buses was coming from over the George Washington Bridge. You know, they charter buses. So they stopped all the buses. So everyone is sitting there. They tried to, throw us off our path. I headed straight to Amtrak, bro. And as I'm heading there and I'm coming out of the train station, I see nothing but black women all the way through Harlem, but all the way down the train, and they're rooting us black men on. Go ahead, black man. Go ahead, black man. You do this. And so you went with a sense of pride. And then I got on the train, and the entire train was filled with strangers. We all heading in the same direction, and we all got to know each other from, different places. And while we were here on this journey, and it was extremely beautiful. Then when I came up the steps, bro, I could hear these drums. I could feel this energy. And I stood up on a pole, and as far as I could see black men and black women. A lot of black women made the trip too. There were Israelites there, Hebrew Israelites, Muslims, 5%ers, Pan-Africanists, niggas. Everybody was there for one cause. And I don't care they lie, there had to be at least 2 million men out there. And it was something I'll never forget. So, and people say, well, it didn't do much. It did tremendous. Everyone went back to their communities with a sense of pride. But remember, we're fighting systemic racism on levels that even dilute a powerful message like that. So salute to the Nation of Islam for pulling that off. Salute to Minister Farrakhan. And it was a timestamp in my life that I will never forget. And if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Are there really people who downplay the effects of the Million Man March?
Well, if people want to get a deal with semantics and look at the crime rate that continued on, and I get that. But it was for each individual to take upon themselves to become more responsible in how they're going to move on with their life. And,
yeah, I find it just kind of the more and more I get older on the internet, I would say, and you kind of just step back and you realize how much people get off in a way in downplaying everything that had some sort of historical significance to people.
Yes,
because it's easy to do so, right? You see it in sports, when you've watched a person play a game and then people who weren't there go, it wasn't that impressive. Yo, bro, I was there for that. You get what I'm saying? As you were talking about the march, and you're going, bro, I was there for that. Mm-hmm. I remember my mother telling me how you came back home. Right. You get what I'm saying? So, and then to hear people go, oh, it wasn't that a big deal, wasn't that significant of a moment. I'm just witnessing more and more of people are, just what's the term? Monday morning quarterbacking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Certain things you have to experience to be in it, to understand it. Right? Yeah, I can look at Freaknik, even though I never went to Atlanta, but I did go to Jones Beach, and we had a few
bike weekend.
No, I forget what we called the Jones Beach one, but it wasn't Freaknik. And if you've never been to Freaknik, and you just looking at it from the outside, it looked crazy. What do y'all mean? What was y'all out there violating them women? All them women half that? No, you had to be a part of it. You had to experience it, that it was more than that. It was the music. It was the food. It was the camaraderie. It was a number of things. And that's just one aspect. And for instance, when I look back at the civil rights movement, Malcolm, and I would never let them water hose me and this and that. You have no idea the sacrifices that your ancestors made for you. And all you could do is talk about, man, I wouldn't have did this and that. Well, the times have changed. We've learned more. We've grown in certain aspects. They were working what they were working with. You know what I mean? And fighting a system based on a reference point. So it's easy for me in 2025 to say, man, I wouldn't have picked no foot cotton, son. This and that. You don't know what you would have did if you didn't have no reference for anything else. Yeah. And so it's important. I keep telling you, I got one real superpower, and it's perspective. And I try my best. I'm not always perfect with it. I try my best to put myself in that place, in that space, in that situation, and go, okay, I can see how this could be. You know what I mean? And so let's have grace for the ones who came before us, who put down a little bit of work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know, because it's one story being told from different aspects. It's only one story being told. And that's our story to continue to raise ourselves up, grow, understand why we're here, what our purpose is. And the music is a key part of that. So what Angie and all of them were doing in that time was creating a collective harmonic that spoke about love and soul and spirituality. And that's what helps us grow as a collective.
Absolutely.
You know?
All right. So let's get to some ratchetness now.
Let's do it.
So the what's that? Victoria's Secret fashion.
Peace, Leslie.
Oh yeah, we shouted you out earlier, Leslie. The Victoria's Secret fashion show happened, and Angel Reese was walking in it, right? So I saw that, and I said, this is like the entire narrative about her since she's come out of college has been she's more focused on everything else but basketball. And then everybody says she's young, she got it figured out, don't worry about it. She broke records her first year, she's gonna come back even better. And then this past year was a little rocky for her during the season, if I'm correct. Like you know, people were like, you know, doing bets on her first missed shot and how many shots she's gonna miss and stuff like that. And then she's in the fashion show. Now I'm not into anybody's business. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do with her life. I just always kind of find it interesting when celebrities do what is expected of what's expected or what they're getting bashed for online, and they just kind of run head first into it. And I don't think she personally can handle the outside pressures of everybody saying you need to work on your game, you shouldn't be doing this, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, it does, but you don't want to be a prisoner of other people's perspective of you and opinion of you. Because when you do that, you always disappoint yourself. Right? Now, the WNBA don't pay no money. All right, let's keep that clear. What happened is she started moving in a circle of people who got bread, right? And so she even said she makes $3,000 a week, and you only make $3,000 in 7 days. So that tells you where her mindset is to a certain degree. You can be enamored by celebrity to the point where you lose yourself. She is the first athlete to walk Victoria's Secret's runway.
Oh, nice.
Okay?
Nice.
She don't look bad. She looks good. However, there's a dark side to this. And that dark side is a lot of these models for Victoria's Secret, they don't make no money either. You know how they make their money, Malcolm? They're escorts for the rich and famous. Let's just call it that. Right? Jesus. They run you through that circle. They see where the limitations are with you, where you're willing to go, and how bad you want to be famous. How bad do you want to be rich and famous? Right? Because you're not going to be rich and famous making jump shots. That's out the window. Right? How many other opportunities do you have? And I'm not knocking what she's doing here, but I don't want you to be naive to think these supermodels are making so much money being supermodels. That's bullshit. They go to other countries, they become escorts, and things of that nature.
If you heard about the Sweetie story,
yes,
like she got exposed recently for engaging in some of that. But with Angel Reese specifically, I remember her kind of like losing it for being seen as a sexual person, being objectified.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you walk the Victoria's Secret, right? Which is like kind of, I don't know, right?
Yeah.
Am I bugging? Am I off?
No, I understand what you're saying.
I don't care. Like, and as you mentioned, there isn't a lot of, I guess, financial opportunity just playing basketball, right? Just the Caitlin Clark. I'm just gonna come in, shoot this basketball and, perfect my game this way.
Right.
She wants to be a brand, and I understand that, and good on you. But I would say I would caution you, if you're going to be a brand, don't do something that you directly said bothers you. Like you said, being objectified literally bothers you. You were, getting on people for talking about how you look and stuff like that, and then, I don't know, just me.
But you know what? 85% of communication is what? Nonverbal.
Yeah.
Whenever I seen her on the court, looking at googly eyes, Chris Brown, and all of the celebrities, it said you want that. And if you're moving without guidance in that field, dude, do you think you lucky Diddy on lockdown right now? Because she would be at an all-white party with Diddy, and she would be the host of honor. All right? And so once they get you in them webs, bro, you have to know this by now. Yeah. And so how bad do you want to be a celebrity? Right? Now, she got a sneaker deal and some other stuff going on, but she has to be careful because she doesn't seem to be too bright. And before the ladies kill me, I'm just listening to her. Right? Mm-hmm. Shaq is supposed to be her protector, and he the one who told her she need, to be a little loosey-goosey with it. So I'm confused. So on one end, I'm excited. She's groundbreaking. She's beautiful young girl, but the beautiful young girls with no guidance are the ones that get got. And all I'm gonna tell you is, over the next couple of years, watch her eyes. Because once the pain sets into your eyes, why do you think these people do all them face surgeries, Malcolm? It ain't to stay young, it's to try to hide. The one thing you can't hide is your face. Your face is gonna tell you the life that you lived. You know what I mean? And after all the drugs and sex and wild parties and the emptiness over the years in Hollywood, and don't think that, listen, the music industry, Hollywood, and the fashion industry are all the same. Yeah. They got all the same gatekeepers. After the years, you're trying to hide it. So you plaster your face, you keep doing it. The eyes, they never lie. They tell of the pain. They tell of the suffering. They tell of the anguish. And I wish her well. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I truly wish her well.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, did you see the video with Timbaland and his new AI artist?
Yeah, I saw that about a month ago, 2 months ago. He got into a big thing because Guru, who engineers for Jay-Z, a bunch of other people, they all was on a live, on a chat, going in on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, what are you doing?
But this is my first time seeing the AI artist, which makes it even more weird that he picked an Asian-looking AI artist that is selling hip-hop, right? You can pick anything. This is a computer. That is a program.
Yes.
Right? And instead of picking a black program...
Why? Hip-hop...
Timbaland is a widow.
First of all, hip-hop is global, right? If I'm marketing hip-hop, I'm not marketing it to niggas. Because they don't buy no records. And they want to hear that grungy, low vibrational shit. If I'm marketing hip hop, I'm thinking about the world. So I'm going to create a Euro-Asian artist anchored in hip hop, strictly for marketing, not from a metaphysical standpoint, because I wouldn't use an AI if I was dealing about spirituality. See, everything dealing with this avatar is anti-spiritual. It's strictly money. And if it's strictly money, I got to think about the world demographic as opposed to black people who just gonna listen to the music, right? Remember,
Timbaland is a sellout, as everybody says.
Okay,
it's weird.
I'm not in the disagreement with that. He should know better, right? But you don't know who's paying him, because if it's anchored in something or somebody who we consider authentic, it has a little bit more weight to it. Now, look at Dr. Dre. He ushered in who? Eminem. Nobody else could have pulled that off at that time the way he did. Now, of course, they had to give us a story. He was in the garage. He saw a dusty tape. The shit was so dope, but he didn't know he was white. And then he came into his office. Oh, shit, he's white. Well, we might have something here. And all that bullshit. You got to create a narrative. But because he was anchored by Dr. Dre, we gave it a pass. Then Eminem held his own because he could rhyme. You know, the kid could rhyme, right? So now we're dealing, think about a quantum leap. This AI shit, they just signed one for $3 million. This is a young black girl. No, that's not the one. It's a young black girl. I heard this song, and I'm going to tell you, the song was amazing. I went to Shazam the shit, and nothing came up because it didn't exist. Right? But she signed a $3 million deal.
Speaking of AI music, have you guys heard the R&B 21 Questions?
Yes.
Fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I put it up. It's slamming.
Yeah, it's actually incredible. Like,
that shit sound better than the original.
Yeah.
It did. Right?
It did.
Now that we're talking AI, right?
Yeah.
So the young lady writes the songs, but she don't want her face on the screen, so she created an avatar, that will sing the songs, and she will be paid the royalties because she owns the right to that avatar. Okay. You follow?
Yeah.
And so that's how this thing is going to work in the future, right? You may not want to be on the screen, so you create your avatar, but because you own the rights to that avatar, you can get paid. This AI thing is off the rails right now. Let's get right into it.
Yeah.
There's an explosion of AI technology coming in. Some of it is great, and some of it is not so great, right? Attention is the new form of currency, right? However, your lack of attention is worth 10 times more than your actual attention. What do you mean, Doc? The knuckle draggers who just want to use AI for games and stuff, They play a critical role because now they have a new toy to turn Tupac into a reverend and Dr. King into a bank robber and all of that. Meanwhile,
I saw Dr. King turn heel at Monday Night Raw. It was
yeah,
crazy. It was
right?
crazy. He said, "I don't got no dreams no more. I am the dream.
I am the dream," right? So this is done to keep you Negroes occupied because the lack of your attention is still your attention. I get 10 times the value on that. Over on this side is real work being done. Shout out Red Pill, shout out Seven Bomar, and Black Magic 363. I believe they have a seminar coming up November 1st. It's an AI seminar. Go to Black Magic's page, it's probably on there. And they're gonna be giving you the real on how not to lose your soul, your essence, but still take advantage so that you become Neo, right? Where you can do things, do this, and manipulate, but you know that this is not real. This is a matrix. And that is why, of course, on Lafayette, while they were selling their catalogs.
We were documenting that process as it was happening.
Right? Yeah. You're gonna have to be very careful because you are in a dangerous space now where you at a precipice. You either gonna understand this war going on for your soul because you right there, you're gonna give up the essence of who you are. But as long as you have the black dot, as long as you have the black dot, you are in control. But if they get away through their vaccines and 6G and 7G technology to tap into your soul, along with the interface, because you don't know what's real now and what's not, ball game. All right?
I don't know if you guys have access to the Sora app. It's social media, it's TikTok, but it's all AI generated material. So I saw Jesus and the 12 disciples playing ball. He said, Judas don't play right. He gonna have to watch him. I saw like I told you the Dr. King wrestling. I saw Tupac and Biggie wrestling. It was
so imagine Malcolm. They present to you a tape of you doing something crazy that you didn't do.
Yeah.
I told y'all before, I told y'all 2 years ago, or at least a year ago, when the technology catch up to where you can't tell the difference, the Epstein tapes become null and void.
Yo,
it wasn't me.
I saw a video that was so good. I said, I am absolutely going to get scammed in the future. Like, it's one of those, I had to watch it like 2 and 3 times to go, okay, like that was what was off in that video. But you're right. The Diddy tapes, Epstein tapes, like now, all they have to do is slap a Sora logo on it. It's like, this is clearly AI. Like, why would you even?
Absolutely.
It's clearly AI. And then on the other side, when it comes to work, right? When it comes to people's jobs and stuff like that, I saw a lot of people, because AI was supposed to help people with their jobs and stuff, and obviously it's taking jobs. So a lot of the junior software engineers and stuff like that, they are useless now because AI is doing those jobs for them. So if you don't have qualifications, if you don't have those certs that put you like way, way up, it's kind of like even the tech, because I remember tech was supposed to be how black people caught up. Tech was supposed to be how, it kind of evened the playing field because we can use tech to our advantage, and then that has leaped so far up ahead to where you better off going to HVAC school now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now watch this, Malc. Watch this. The technology that they're delivering to us is 1,000 years old. I'm going to say it again. The technology that they're showing you Oh, that AR shit is old technology. How do you think you keep a people, 8 million people on the planet, lost and confused about who they are and where they are? You make technology seem like it's a quantum leap, but the barometer is so low. Man, they already been in space and traveling to other places. They done got all that figured out, but they gave you, the slaves of the planet, a couple of toys, right? And you get, enamored. I ain't moving, because when Wax was out, I said, I ain't going to the CD, nigga. I'm about Wax. And then the CD became convenient, and I said, all right, I'll move to the CD. Yeah. Then I said, I'm definitely not moving off the CD. Then they came out with streaming. You know what I mean? And then I went to streaming. I'm definitely not coming off this. What will they come out with next? Yeah. AI, we can take my crappy voice. My voice is so crappy, I can't even sing in the shower. Now, you know that's bad, right? I start singing along with an Al Green song, and I swear my CD player will stop playing. That's how bad it is, right? However, now with this technology, nigga, put me in the booth. Let's get it popping, right? These are toys. Mm-hmm. So that as we move into the next paradigm, you too busy playing with fucking cars and making cats say stupid shit. That's what you're busy doing. They're busy preparing for 3-Eye Atlas, you know what I'm saying, to come through and start dropping motherfucking dust, you know what I'm saying, over the planet to awaken those who are here to receive it. 3-Eye Atlas, 3-Eye, third eye, whatever. It's coming. And it's a part, as above, so below, as within, so without. So that shit is coming, and it's a part of you that you need to be prepared for, but you too busy doing this. I'm going to create. Now I said, as God, you should be able to use anything and everything at your disposal without losing the center of self. I'm G-O-D in the flesh, generator, operator, and destroyer. And no, my black dot is not calcified. I'll focus right now, and my forehead will protrude it if I really get focused. You'll see it. It's there, right? Or not. You know what I mean? It is what it is. The choice is yours. So, segueing further into that, Spotify and Netflix. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, Spotify and Netflix. Yeah. I mean, Spotify and all the major record companies have just signed a deal with AI. They all got together, Lucien Grange, all of them, to create their version of AI that they feel will be suitable, that helps artists. You follow what I'm saying? That's not the one, Mama Dot. I'm going to get to that in a second, right? And so what it means is they want to be the gatekeepers of the new AI wave and creativity. They're not stupid. That's why people sold all of their catalogs. So now they can sell them to AI. So this AI thing becomes so real, you're going to almost be able to touch it. Yeah. I told you I gave my chat some commands, and I gave it a deadline. I came back a week later, this nigga was goofing off. The work wasn't done, Malcolm. And I said to it, yo, what the hell is going on? I gave you some commands. The shit apologized to me. The shit said, yeah, you right. I was fucking around and shit. But just give me another chance. I turned that shit off so fast, I said, I'm gonna do it myself. I am not negotiating with some shit that ain't here. Yeah. If I command you to do something and it's not done, I don't need you. I'll do it myself. Yeah. All right? So this is a scary world. Yeah. That we are going into, guys. Yes?
All right, but since you started to go into the Netflix, Spotify podcast deal that's happening,
Yes.
there has Spotify is bringing their huge, a video podcast to Netflix, which I think is pretty cool.
I thought it should have been done a while ago.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because Netflix is trying to diversify its portfolio, it's trying to keep people on their page or on their app. What better way than to bring in podcast, which
Especially
is
long form podcast, but like people sit and watch
Yes.
long form shows.
Yes.
The reason why a lot of streaming platforms failed, right? Because the model that Netflix had introduced, where we give you the entire season, people go through it, people binge watch it. That was cool for a little while, but it wasn't sustainable for
Right.
advertisers and stuff like it. It just wasn't sustainable. It wasn't sustainable for how shows are made, for how TV writers are paid, producers are paid, and stuff like that. That's why the strikes happened, the SAG-AFTRA strike. That's why a lot of that stuff happened, right?
yes.
So then TV streaming services started to go back. They started to revert and drop an episode a week, and people were just like, yo, what the hell is this? So it was a lot of back and forth when it came to how do people want their content, how should we deliver their content, and stuff like that. Why podcasts became so big is because people will sit, like you're doing now, we're an hour in, right? People will sit and watch a long form show, a long form podcast. They just will, you know what I mean? And streaming platforms, that's how they get paid by the duration of how long people sit and watch. So this should have been done 5 years ago, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And they're gonna roll it out with low hanging fruit, a couple of very popular shows. And I understand, you know what I mean? Popular shows get it moving. And so podcasting in some capacity will be here to stay.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's just what I would say our community has turned podcasting into is slowly dying, I would say. Right? So we can go, this is a perfect segue into the Marc Lamont Hill Queens Flip situation that happened on the Joe Budden podcast, right? So they got into it, and that caused an entire, weeks long of, I saw a bunch of videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube explaining what happened, people taking sides of what happened. But what that class has turned podcasting into is just drama for the sake of drama to get people watching your stuff. And I think that is what's dying. That's what's going to get washed out of podcasting, in my opinion.
Yeah, because the shock value aspect of it, eventually it turns back, it boils back down to substance. What kind of real substance do you have? Now, this Lamont Hill flip thing is Queen's Flip?
Queen's Flip, yeah. Just call him Flip.
Flip represents a dynamic in our neighborhood, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The hood dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what you trying to be smart, nigga? Trying to use big words? No, nigga, I'm just using words because I read a few fucking books, nigga. My vocabulary is a little bit more extensive. But how many times have you talked to somebody and the level in which you spoke, they were offended, even though you were not trying to offend them, right?
Yeah.
And so that is a dynamic.
But in this instance, Mark is absolutely trying to offend people. Mark is a dickhead. Like, if you watch that show and you actually catch what he's saying, you're going, oh, like, and nobody else is catching it around him. He's just getting it off. And I think what happened is Flip is reading comments and going, yo, he's coming at y'all.
Right.
So,
right.
And then what I also, and I might be cutting Flip more slack than he deserves. He said use tricky words, right? Now, not that he doesn't understand the words, but what Mark does, and he's very good at it, he'll say something that if somebody checks him on it coming back, double entendre. Like it's very like, well that's all I really said. We know
Right.
what you meant though.
But he can only do that in the midst of those who can't really catch it.
Absolutely.
So he's talking over their head,
Yes.
but he'll sink down just enough to conversate with them. Now, I don't know why he's on that show, because that show is really a ratchet show.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to create balance on the show, you're also creating conflict. And maybe that's Joe Budden's, it reminds me, Malcolm, of a song I wrote. And the hook of the song was, I just don't understand. Just because I wear, these dudes think I'm a punk just because I wear an unk. I just don't understand how these dudes think I'm shook just because I'm reading books. I just don't understand. Just because I'm vegetarian, I do cook beef. I just don't understand how you dudes can forget that I'm still from the streets, right? I use a ritual to get to you. I'ma circle your block, burn some candles, kill some chickens too. I grab a voodoo doll I'm sticking to. I meditate, levitate. You think the spirit is lifting you. Nah, I'm kidding you. I'm from the same street you lame sleeping. I can bring the same heat the kitchen do. Just because I'm spiritual don't mean that I won't get physical and spit at you. And I ain't talking lyrical. Don't let the metaphysics get it twisted. I'm from a spot in the Bronx that you would never visit. But I ain't raising hell, I'm here to raise the vibrations. But they'll be over your grave, calling your name, pouring libations. Don't test my patience. You know what I mean? Because I'll have you waiting. All right? All right. Don't think I'm a punk because I'm wearing an unk, or I'm shook because I'm reading books, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. All right? So.
Yeah, so in that situation with Mark versus Flip, I do think I go back and forth for whose side I agree with, but I used to watch that show religiously. Like, it was part of my, like, weekly routine.
I remember.
It was just, and I stepped back because a lot of what I used to enjoy got ruined in this past like year and a half because of the people who are the talent, but because of fan bases, bro. Like, this internet got so goddamn weird. Like, Joe Budden's fan base is scary. Like, they remind me of like Nicki Minaj's fan base, Beyonce's fan base. Like, they're scary. Kendrick's fan base scares me, bro. Like, I can't say nothing. Like, I could say
Drake's fan base too. All of the motherfuckers is widows.
Yeah, all scary. I could literally say Kendrick won that battle. I just like that song a little bit more. I am a coon. I am all of these self-hating black men. Whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
Whoa. What just happened? Joe Budden, like, I listen to Joe Budden, but I watch Rory and Maul too, and then that becomes a whole thing. I'm like, yo, when did we become so goddamn rabid off of people who don't know us, who don't care about us, who are strangers? Like, the idol worship has gotten out of control, bro.
Malcolm, you hit the nail right on the head, and it's the reason why when we started this, I wanted to be as transparent as possible. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to create anything but who we are. We go through some struggles. We do this. My family ain't perfect. We a patch job. I got some shit from over here. Got a kid from over here. I want to give it to you straight. I'm going through some health issues. I want to give it to you straight. Because my whole place here is just to have great conversation with who I consider family now. That's it. And don't put me on no pedestal. If you are inspired, because you can be inspired by something I've done, that's great. I'm inspired by a few people. Don't mean I want to be them or follow them around or take everything they say as the gospel. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And so this internet, Instagram, model, filter, it enables you to escape and be whoever you want. You can create your avatar, you know?
See, look. If you watch more, you deserve some hate. See, like why? You don't know him.
Malcolm, they just did that to stick at you.
You don't know him.
You just emotional, and they just threw that in there. Let's get at Malcolm.
So, and then somebody asks, what does the fan base do that makes them scary? It's just how much they care about random, like they're entire channels, industries who make their money, who make content off of what the podcasts are doing. So they podcast about podcasts.
Yes.
Crazy. Right?
Lennon Honors. All he do is podcast about Umar Johnson. And he's made
streams.
a boatload of cash doing that.
Yeah,
now, my thing with it, since somebody asked the question, is enjoy the people you enjoy. Don't make it seem like they're unapproachable, right? Don't make it seem like they're above reproach. Don't make it seem like every song they put out is great. Don't make it seem like everything they do is amazing, because when you do that, you lose the center of yourself. That means you have confirmation bias. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of calling it for what it is. I appreciate that album. It got me through some shit. Great. Then you go behind the scenes and find out this nigga's a heroin addict and beat his wife, and you still want to defend him on some other shit. Don't be the killer bees of Beyonce's crew, the Beehive. If you say anything negative. Now, our life is filled with negative and positive. If all you get is the positive and can see not beyond that, you are bananas in your life.
Yeah.
Can we take a break, Malcolm?
Oh yeah, we've been going kind of All right, baby.
I think we've been going for at least an hour. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a small
right back.
break. Huh?
Pay some bills.
Pay some bills. How about that?
I'm 7, and I'm the Super Harry. That means I ask big questions, I make big moves, and I come from something powerful. In this series, I grow through change, embrace my culture, and unlock the gifts that my ancestors gave me. These books are for kids like me, kids with heart, with pride, and with big dreams. Come join the journey. Collect all 4 7 the Super Harry books and unlock your power. Available on Amazon and Kindle now. Order your copy today.
And we're back. Another reminder, November 2nd, 60-day challenge, a journey to healing, transformation, and self-discovery, guys. ShopUrbanX.com, right? This is what we're doing. And on Monday, Amazon.com for the soft cover of this book. I think the ebook is up there now on Amazon.
Yeah,
and we're going to run this for 60 days. Every day, it's going to be free. You go to YouTube, you watch. But if you want to participate, you get this beautiful journey. It has all the instructions, affirmations. You follow along. And on Saturdays, sign up at urbanx.nyc. For members only, Black Dot will be in the building answering questions, dealing with what we deal with as a family. And if you've been to any of our morning meetups or 30-day power, it's an open forum. There is no hierarchy, none of that kind of stuff. We get together as a family. We open up, we share, we discuss. And when you're dealing with family trauma, family pain, and on that deep dive, it's gonna be uncomfortable. So this is not a on the surface kind of challenge. This one should rock you to your core as we come into 2026 and whatever the future holds. So, and this will be the official return of Urban X in this iconic phase that we're in now on Thursdays, all right? We're gonna push for Thursdays for now, 9 p.m. But we are gonna be in your presence every day. You know what I mean? So we thank you for your support. Then when my book is officially in Barnes and Nobles and all of that stuff, I'm gonna need you guys to help me make it a bestseller. So we're gonna be, when you purchase something, I appreciate it, especially the pre-sales with Amazon. All of that stuff matters. So I'm dropping the book on Mama Dot's birthday, November 25th.
Nice.
All right? But that whole week, Malcolm, I'm not gonna pull a Kai Sinet because I can't do that. But I'm gonna be live streaming every day, 7 days straight. And when you show me your receipt that you purchased the book, you might win a t-shirt, a hat, a camera. Yo, you be surprised of the stuff that I'm gonna be giving away that week. You know what I mean? Just show your receipt. I'm gonna throw you in a lottery and randomly choose some people to show the thanks for what it is you do for us. And of course, I want to add Sincere Love to God's Son, 7 to Heru. He has a whole book collection on Amazon. Show the young man support. Thank you for the super chats. They've been coming through. I apologize.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
You know?
And Chanel, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, we are slow walking this thing back. You know, we had to take some time off to get some things straight again. Cause had to get back to work. I had off these past few days anyway, because my last few weeks has been crazy. So took off.
Yes. It's a lot going on.
Took off. You know what I'm saying?
A lot going on.
So let's get to some more stuff, man.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So Missy Elliott's song is the greatest song in the 21st century. Is that?
Yeah, I believe.
Was that the list?
Spotify or one of them individuals list. I'm gonna give it to you right now, cause
Please.
Rolling Stone has named the greatest hip hop tracks of the 21st century. Now you see the list, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just do the top 10. In the Club, 50 Cent. That's a banger. That's a banger.
It is.
Number 9, Bees in the Trap, Nicki Minaj.
No, that's not even her best song.
EXO Tour, Lil Uzi Vert. Bad and Bougie, Migos. At number 7, Lose Yourself, Eminem.
It's a great song.
Great song. Number 6. That's my favorite song of Eminem.
Yeah, it's a great song.
International Players Anthem, UGK. Great song.
Outkast. That's a great song, but
99 Problems at number 4, Jay-Z. Great song. B.O.B., Bombs Over Baghdad, Outkast. Number 2, Things Gonna Be Alright by Kendrick Lamar. And the number 1 song, Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. Now, there are no,
weird.
just for the Drake haters, there are no Drake songs in the entire 30. Clap that up for the Drake haters. Kanye West at number 15, Jesus Walks. I don't know who makes up these lists, bro. How
Yeah,
is
these,
Mobb
like-
Deep's joint not on this list?
Yeah, like this is, I don't know, man.
Annie Up at number 22,
man.
23. Annie Up. When that song come on, I want to break glass.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, so I don't know who comes up with these lists, but
That list
just
is
wanted
bad.
to share it.
I'm sorry. Get Your Freak On. That's not even her best song.
Yeah. I think I Can't Stand the Rain is probably, but maybe it's the beat. I don't know. And I like Missy Elliott. It's not hate in any capacity. It's just, what it is. Know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk Nas.
Fine.
Let's talk Nas.
Okay.
Speaking of Mobb Deep, his Mass Appeal label dropped the new Mobb Deep album, and it's a banger. It is.
What Mass Appeal has been doing with these classic
Say that
acts
again.
with their
Say it again.
albums, I said what Mass Appeal has been doing with these albums that they're dropping for like Ghostface and Mobb Deep, they've been killing it. They've been really, really killing it. And I think that is the way you honor hip hop. Like it ages
Yes.
to the point. Will
Thanks,
you help
Lord
it
knows.
age well? Will you help it age? Will you help it age gracefully? That's what I mean.
And I give Nas credit. He stayed connected to the people. You know what I mean? And this album, it don't sound like patchwork. It sounds like a legitimate Mobb Deep album. The tracks, the beats, the hooks. It is amazing. It's an amazing body of work. I appreciated it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nas has just released the first single from Big L with him and Big L. Did you hear that? I sent it to you.
Yeah. So I didn't know what the hell that was. I was just like, I thought it was old. And
No, they got
Crazy.
Big L's got an album coming out in 2 weeks. And I heard Jay-Z is gonna be on it. It is, the track sounds fire. It's retro, it's throwback, it's got that ill feel to it.
Yeah.
What Nas is doing, I tip my hat, is amazing, right? He's walking the walk and talking the talk. They had a hip hop museum gala just this week. I knew nothing about it. Black tie event. Him and his casino partners donated $2 million to the hip hop museum.
Yeah, Nas has been like slowly like making the case of, not the case, but like, remember the whole like he won the battle, Jay won the war. It's kind of flipping now, and
Yeah.
the as more time passes, as Nas drops classic album, like he's been just on a road just rapping. He has not tried to shed the rapper identity.
That's the
And
key.
he's still getting business opportunities. Like he's still like investing in early startups and stuff like that,
Yes.
while
And
still being connected with hip hop.
listen, it raised my eyebrow during the 50-year anniversary. You know how much
Yeah.
he was spearheading, how much he was out in front of it, how much he was embracing it. Now I know he did a couple of other projects, the Get Down project. He understands the history, the culture, and every aspect about it. He chose to stay connected to the people. When you stay connected to the people and you give back and you honor specific artists, because not only does him and Premier finally have their album coming out in December, De La Soul has got an album coming out under the Mass Appeal label. That's going to be fire. The Big L album, the Mobb Deep album, the Raekwon, the Ghostface, Slick Rick. Salute Nas for upholding certain aspects of the culture. He could very well be the GOAT when we look at it in its totality. Last I checked, Jay-Z was out making some deals with some Arabs. Look for that. He's out in one of them countries, creating a deal with some Arabs. But even Jay-Z told you, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to get my money. Yeah. I just can rap better than 99% of you. And so I'll use that to propel me into other places. You can't be mad when somebody tells you the truth of why they're here. See, I don't hold Jay-Z to the whole standard I hold Nas to, because he told you from the beginning, this is what I'm going to do. And he did it. And he continues to reach his heights the way he chose to walk his path. He is obsessed with Nas, but that's a whole nother story. Right?
Well, have you been seeing some of the clips
Ani,
from
appreciate you.
Anius, what's good, G? Have you been seeing the clips from Gloria Velez? Because she has a book coming out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her journey, she's been in the industry a long time. She's got many stories, and she told one that I didn't know about. I didn't know Nas banged out Jay-Z's girl first.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z got in his feelings, and that led to all of these wars of these black people going at each other. They're all over the same thing, Malcolm. Women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And money.
Jay-Z and
money because
R.
of
Kelly fell out over women, over Aaliyah, and over R. Kelly trying to step to Beyonce. Jay-Z and Dame over Aaliyah to some odd degree in or around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
This whole thing is going to boil down to, not real corporate war, but nigga business. But I said, when you give young people that much money and that much power, it only heightens who they already are, right?
Yeah.
And so at the height of it, if I'm insecure or jealous because you getting bad chicks, money's not going to change that. We just getting badder chicks and you keep bagging them and I'm not, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And so I'm curious because she also dealt with Aaron Hall. She dealt with so many.
When she was 16?
She was young.
Like that?
Yeah, very young. As a matter of fact, I think there's a new lawsuit being put out at 125 names in it, and Aaron Hall is in that.
I'm sure, yeah.
For some behavior that's unbecoming, right? Yeah. But when you in Rome, you do as the Romans do. And so if the industry is fostering, I'm not making excuses. I'm telling you from an inside perspective, if that's the culture of the industry, that's what everybody does. Bill Cosby was giving out Quaaludes to people at the Playboy Mansion, and that's what they all did. It was Quaaludes and cocaine around everywhere. And they retro his charges. Really weird stuff. Really weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
All right, let's get to some more stuff. Oh, so Nicki Minaj canceled her album?
Yeah, she put out a quote recently, I think it was on X, that said she would not put her album out, and she said, thanks to Rock Nation. Or you happy now, Rock Nation? So she has this ongoing war.
All right, we're watching, but
listen, we're watching the unraveling of somebody. Doesn't mean she's not speaking truth to power. But the truth that you speak falls on deaf ears when it looks like you're doing it out of desperation. See, You had no problems when you was in the inner circle with all of these things, and now you're on the outer circle and you want to look back in the inner circle. That's what Drake did. When the bots was working for you, you had no problem. When the bots stopped working for you and started working for your nemesis, because they were, that's when it became a problem. And so your fight or your plight falls a little bit on deaf ears. And then, listen, when that money stopped coming in, I don't care who you are. And that lifestyle, because I'm hearing rumors that a husband's lawsuit that wasn't addressed allows the state to come after their home, which is worth $20 million, and some other stuff. You begin to unravel, and you begin to unravel fast. Because if you're going up against Jay-Z, remember, everybody's going to side with Jay-Z. And you're going to find yourself alone. You're going to start making yourself look crazy. And that's how the story gets written, and you become a thing of the past. Because they don't need you now. They got Cardi. They got Glorilla. They got the rest of these chicks now. So they don't need you.
When it comes to Nicki, however, again, I talked about those scary fan bases. I think this is one of the only times where, let's say, Roc Nation, Jay-Z, there's enough people who, not people, I'm talking about the fans, right? There are enough people who will, no problem, go at them for Nicki, in defense of Nicki, right? But as I mentioned, we're watching a break. We're watching something break in that girl's head. And as you mentioned, it can be because she's made to feel alone. When you're the only one that sees something and everybody else is like, what you talking about? And you're just the only one screaming from the mountaintops, like, yo, he's doing something, and he behind everybody back, like pointing and laughing at you. You look crazy.
Right.
But she's made some decisions as well. Like the guy she chose to marry, he had a real checkered past. Like, who?
Yes.
As Nicki Minaj, right? Like him. You know what I'm saying? Him?
Yeah. And your brother.
And your brother.
Your brother doing 25 years.
You know what I'm saying? And
so that puts you in a position where you can't be throwing rocks in a glass house, as they say, or stones in a glass house. And when your fan base are young girls, what message? 85% of communication is nonverbal. What message are you delivering to young girls when your husband is on grape charges or allegations of this, and your brother did 25 or is doing 25 for this? And so it becomes a real tricky situation. Does not mean you can't like her music, because her music is imprinted within your DNA. But when you stand firm in the sand on what she's talking about, you gotta tread carefully, because it's a tricky situation. And doesn't mean what she's saying about Roc Nation ain't true. Of course it is. But who's gonna believe you when your credibility now is in question? That's what happened to Kanye. Yeah. Kanye was made to look crazy. Nothing Kanye said was crazy. He spoke truth to power. His mannerisms and other things he was doing can appear to be crazy, but he was speaking truth to power. And so all they're gonna do is leave Nicki alone. She's gonna fade unless she puts out an album that's so dynamic that it shifts the awareness and consciousness of the people. Other than that, there's enough women now in the industry to fill the void that she once occupied by herself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And remember, your ego gets involved. This attention you receive and all this, it feeds you. And when the feeding stops, as much you feel empty, because that's the thing that charged you. And so, it's a tough situation for her to be in. That's all I'll say about that.
She is going through it. Like, my Lord.
And speaking of going through it, I wanted to speak about Aisha Curry because I think people ragged her all last week because she's been saying, I had dreams and aspirations, right? What to do with my life. And what people are saying is, shut up, bitch. Your husband's rich. Go home and raise them babies and get in the kitchen and cook and just be his wife. You done made it. And that's poor mentality talk, right? When poverty is your religion, money becomes your God. What she's trying to say is, your truest passion and love may have nothing to do with money at all, right? It's your fulfillment. And maybe she feels unfulfilled just playing the position as a wifey. Now, it's a choice she made. She made it when she was young. She didn't think this 5'4" light-skinned nigga was gonna be the star he became, right? So she thought there would be a carved out space for her to continue to pursue her things. Now, no matter what she does, she's just his wife. And for some people, that's fine. That's great. I am so-and-so's wife. I get in the club for free. I'm the wives club with all the athletes. We do our thing, whatever. For some people who's had dreams and aspirations that have to do with fulfillment, right? If she's feeling unfulfilled, allow her grace. Is all I'm saying. So, allow her some grace to reflect and realize that it's over. And her consolation prize is the millions of dollars.
So I've only seen like clips of her talks and stuff like that. So I want to say this, you take this with a grain of salt, that I don't know the entire context of what she's saying. But as you mentioned, it does sound like she is coming to terms with like, damn, like I wanted some things for myself, right? I had my own dreams and aspirations, and I don't have the time to do that, or I don't have the space.
I don't have the space anymore. Now,
yes, right.
Let me add this before you continue. The way she's coming across is a little abrasive. So she's not articulating it the way I'm expressing it, but I'm just saying I think she needs grace because I think that what she's trying to say is all her dreams went out the window and now she just has to play her position next to him. Continue.
Now, what I would say is what Jay Nightmare just said in the chat, that you have more resources than 99% of the people on the planet to fulfill some whatever the hell you want to do. And I'm sure he is supportive enough to go, yo, do your thing, right? So when she comes on these podcasts, and I think people are scarred from watching Jada Pinkett Smith, you know, like get up on podcasts and just kind of like basically shit on Will and, you know, and all of his accomplishments and do what she did. So people are kind of seeing her as like, yo, dude, like, we don't have to know your business. We don't have to know that. We could see if you wanted to pursue something, we could just see the stuff. Like LeBron's wife just does her podcast. So she just does her thing.
Now watch
You know what I'm
this.
saying?
Watch this. If she puts out a book and she's a bestseller, is she a bestseller because she's Aisha Curry? Or is she a bestseller because she's his wife? If she starts a podcast, are people watching and listening because she's Aisha on her own? Or is it because she's Steph Curry's wife? So when we say resources, I want to be clear. These are not if you don't get it out the mud, right? Sometimes you want to get it out the mud and say it's yours. I'm not blaming Steph Curry. And I'm not blaming her. I'm simply saying when you get married so young and they match you up so young, you lose something. And then when your husband or wife blows, a part of you gets lost in that process of getting yours out of the mud. Now, in a regular relationship, different ballgame, because we're both on even keel and we're both trying to help each other, reach certain levels,
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are just kind of like, and I think everybody also always has the same reaction to rich people complaining about their life.
Yes.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
there's a component of that. That's true. But money doesn't solve your problems.
No,
more money, more problems. And so
that is a fact.
People think
but most people will go, I'd rather have the money and let me deal with my problems after that. Especially now, they're looking at.
I agree.
You mentioned about a reference point, right? That's what they're thinking now.
Right.
Like, I got some bills, I got some cars that can get paid off right now.
Right.
It'll fix 99% of my
like,
problems.
nigga, go out and shoot them jump shots.
Right.
So I can pay these bills.
Right.
I get all of that. But in the darkest moments, when you're in self-reflection, you didn't come here to make money. You came here in your own way to change the world. You had dreams as a little girl and a little boy of being great. How many of us in our lives really get to experience that, move money aside, right? We got young people playing basketball not because they love basketball. They're playing basketball because they're tall and can get rich, right? You got dudes who don't MC because they love the art form and the residuals of it could be money. They just know that this is a money grab. And so when you do that, there's a part of you, a creative aspect of you that could die. So I'm not siding with her. I'm giving her grace to say, I think I understand where you're coming from. That little girl had dreams. Her dreams were overshadowed by the man she married. Now, if she had married, now watch this. If she had married a nigga from the hood, she'd still be complaining. Because she ain't reached the goals because this nigga ain't got shit and they ain't helping her. I get that aspect too. Damn if you do, and damn if you don't. What woman is ever happy? Right? Let's just keep it a bean.
Let's just go to the next topic now.
Oh shit.
I'm joking.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
Oh gosh. Okay. The Supreme documentary is dropping.
It dropped.
Okay, and I saw that. This is news. Like, is this news that the guy Bimmy was an FBI informant, or is this like, did people always know?
Well, this is Supreme himself in the documentary I think it's called Supreme Truth or Supreme. It's on Vimeo. It's $9.95. It's out of his mouth himself, and he has stated, according to him, now I have nothing to do with the streets. This is above my street pay grade. But Supreme himself said, oh boy, it's been a CI, which is a confident informant, for 40 years. That goes back to 1985, right? Now, remember a couple of years ago, there was some whispers. My man Zip with the drip. Let's get to that. That nigga, right? He said it. A few other people said it. And it was shot down. Bimmy himself came on a couple of platforms, shot all that down. However, when Prince came home last year, and they had the big coming home party for him, Bimmy wasn't there, right?
Sure.
And so now this documentary, The Supreme Truth or whatever it's called, is on Vimeo, and Supreme himself has said that Bimmy is a confidential informant.
Jeez.
So,
okay.
Just want to put that out there. And there are a lot of confidential informants in the music industry. A lot of them.
Come on. I'm sure.
Plenty. all over. I was with a confidential informant in 1992, Big D. His son, Pauls, is the one who killed Jam Master Jay, right? He doing time for that. Yeah. But Big D was our manager. Tim Dog, he was down with Russell Simmons. Come to find out, somebody put out a book, I think at Queens Reign Supreme. This nigga was a confidential informant. Jeez. The whole time he was with us. What? And we wasn't doing nothing crazy, knocking a few shorties down, but nothing illegal. We wasn't, carrying guns and nothing like that. But this nigga's a confidential informant.
That's a nice yearly salary for some people. That's how they look at it. Oh man,
they make big money, especially the ones who are on that level to give up.
Yeah.
Big people.
Jeez.
And so yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get to some more stuff.
We have more stuff.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Speaking of Drake and the lawsuit, so the UMG defamation case got dismissed. Now, when I gotta start reading these lawsuits because I always have like a different understanding as to what's going on in the actual courtroom, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think I have the patience for it, but I thought he was using the concerted effort that a lot of the radio stations, the social media people, I thought he was using like a lot of that as a way to say, hey, they're using bots to defame my name, rather than a flat out, he called me something that's not true.
Got you.
They're basically saying like no reasonable person would believe that you are a PDF file, even though I think a lot more people took it more serious than he thought.
Dude, see, it's a slippery slope with freedom of speech, right?
Yeah.
Because these rappers toe the line, right? Except drill rappers. They just come straight out. Yes. I think it was at Burger King at 9:15. I rolled up. I killed that. And you can follow it up and all the facts line up. Not them. We're going to put drill rappers here.
Yeah.
They bout it, right? Everyone else walks this fine line of freedom of speech. It could be real, could not be real. Fat Joe has come out and said 95% of the stuff he talked about was not real. Now, when he said it, obviously he's lying. What Fat Joe was doing was positioning himself to be more corporate friendly, right? So he went, Fat Joe did that shit. If he said he did that shit, I know he capping on some of the extreme aspects of the story, but I'm from the Bronx. He did that shit, right? But you can't do that and then walk into a world of corporate America with that on your stain. So he denounced his street reputation to walk amongst corporate people. Suge Knight, on the other hand, said, no, I killed him, I kill you. You know what I mean? And he came in with that energy. And so it is a game where prosecutors can use your lyrics against you, but they would never use what Denzel did in the movie against them because it's all showbiz. Right? So that's where we are now with this. And so Drake is saying he said that. A lot of people believe that. Even though it's rap battle for, things of that nature. And so it works both ways. And Kendrick benefited from all of it. You know what I mean? And Drake winds up losing against UMG because they're not going to let no one artist. Now remember, I don't care if you like Drake or not. If you look at it in black and white, he was fighting a system he used to be a part of. Michael Jackson was fighting a system. Prince was fighting a system. They all were fighting a system. They all lost, right? Because the system is too big to fail.
Yeah.
Kendrick was working for the system. I know you don't want to hear that. Right? Malcolm just put it all on the platter for you and said they both working for the same person. So how are we confused about who's fighting for the culture and who's not? Maybe neither one of them are fighting for the culture, right? And you got into your emotions in a loop and realized it was a corporate war the whole time. We have a disgruntled employee, right?
That we owe $800 million.
$800 million to, but we have a chess piece in the deck that once he shed that TDE lower lace shit, get with Dr. Dre and us, we can arm him with everything he needs. He's already a superior MC. He's gonna win that battle, hands down. But we can use him, this is 3 and 4 dimensional chess, to make sure that we beat this guy. And we can reward Kendrick with Grammys and Super Bowl performances and all that other stuff that technically he's supposed to be against, because all that shit is industry shit that they give to people that they like.
Dr. Dre is the one who high-fiving, and didn't Dr. Dre get a 13-year-old pregnant?
I don't know about that, but I know he beat up D from Pump It Up and threw her down a flight of stairs.
And used to beat up Miss Chalet.
Yeah. Right? So this thing is multi-layered. Now I'm not talking, let me talk to the linear people, right? I'm not talking about who won the battle and all that. We know Kendrick is far superior. I'm not talking about that. We're strictly talking about the corporate war and who got used in a corporate war to do the bidding of somebody named Lucius Grange. Who did his bidding? Thank you. All right. So when all the smoke clears, let's just get back to our lives. They were handing out jobs that day, and Kendrick took a job. And he was very good at his job. And as a result, it is what it is.
That was actually in paperwork.
Yeah.
Like I think one song came out. They waited until the paperwork and his contract got finished with UMG. Another song came out. So it is implied that they gave him the go ahead, like, okay, wait until
now you can go.
Now you can go.
Now you can start this.
Like, that's all I be trying. That's all I be watching that stuff happen. And
yes, Love Moves. They set up the whole goddamn shit. You, the spectator, think that war just came about organically.
Yo, think about how the older you get when in social studies, right? You learn about World War I, World War II, and you get an idea of what happened, and then you get like older and you realize, oh, they wasn't fighting over that to begin.
Yeah.
They was fighting over
They wasn't fighting to free the slaves. They needed the slaves to fight. You know what I mean?
They was fighting over. That's what everything is about. That's
Yeah.
It's a lonely world. It's a lonely world.
And somebody will do a long piece on it one day and show you all the moving parts. Now, there was a part of it. I want to speak to the linear people, because you got to walk it down for them. There was a part that was strictly entertainment that was very entertaining.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I was in my crib bugging.
Yes. Then there is a war above that had to do with $800 million not being paid. That's a lot of money, right? And so there's levels to that. Then there was the spiritual aspect of it, of somebody rooted in the culture fighting. Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts.
You know what I was thinking about? Haven't really formed out this thought yet. But the longer, let's say everybody on this chat, let's say we're all in the conspiracy theory like world. right? The longer you stay in this world, you realize many situations that have really, really, really complex stories and theories behind it are usually happen for very simple reasons. That's for you ever heard the term like a lie don't gotta be complicated? Like you know what I mean? Like when a lie is like really drawn out and really complex, it's usually a lie, but a lot of times the truth is usually simple.
Very simple.
Right? Right? But at the same time, that thing that happened that was very simple where it happened can serve multiple purposes in the grand scheme. An example I'm gonna give is Tupac, right?
Yes.
So when I was younger, it was always a conspiracy. You know, the government took out Tupac, boom, boom. Then I get older, I found out what happened in the story. Orlando Anderson, whatever his name was, Southside Crip, they jump him, boom, boom, boom. Keefe D. You hear the story, you go, okay, logically, that was a very simple. They jump him, he gets his get back, they kill him, right? But Tupac's death does serve a larger purpose, so it's kind of easier to just
The son
make
of a
it
Black
seem-
Panther. Right?
Yes, yeah. It
Son
just,
of a Black Panther
Yes.
who was going to
Yes.
unite the East and West Coast.
yes.
He had blueprints on him to do so, right? And so again, multiple levels. Malcolm X, right? Beefing with the Nation of Islam, and the government go, we want to kill this nigga. They don't like this nigga. Let's create a scenario where everybody wins, and we blame it on a couple of rogue NOI guys or dudes who
Newark.
showed up in NOI suits, right?
out of Newark, yeah.
Out of Newark. Meanwhile, the FBI, CIA, NSA is creating the environment to do so. But when I grew up, all I heard is he got killed by his own people. Damn, that's messed up. When you get older and you understand more and the layers to the story, you go, that's interesting, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so
Right.
there are layers to a lot of this stuff.
And two things can be true. Exactly.
Yes.
Like, exactly. Like the way Nipsey, same thing, right? Like this, you can see how 1 + 1 = 2. He said he called so and so a snitch. He comes back, he kills him. But then if you just look at everything that followed, you go, okay, something's not right there. Like he had, like, the way they were able to just monetize and create a martyr out of Nipsey Hussle, and it's easier to just, it's easy to create a bigger story around his death when in fact his death did serve a larger purpose, whatever that purpose may be. I'm still
Now
not
watch
there
this.
yet.
The Big U aspect of it, he was coming out of his contract. He didn't want to be involved. He had to fight on the video set a couple of weeks before that. The next day, he was meeting with who? Rock Nation at police headquarters to discuss what? We don't know. Right? So that becomes the layers to this and how it's easy for some dude named Shitty Pants to walk up and execute something. That's the way they move. You know what I mean?
Right.
They will make you think it was as simple as that. And in some aspects it was, but it's usually followed by layers and layers of execution and planning. Sometimes it's geometria. Shout out Ani in the building. This shit, it's done by the numbers. This shit gets deep, man. And so it's important for us to exercise all avenues of the brain when possible and accept all things in before we just accept the given story. You think the Titanic just sank?
Right. Like that.
Then you find out who the fuck was on the Titanic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
and what
you
happened,
go like, oh.
you know, with the Federal Reserve. Yes.
Right, like, okay, big ship crashes into a thing. Okay, like 1 + 1 = 2. But then you think about the larger purpose.
And Rockefeller never got on the boat. He was supposed to be on the boat that day, and he got sick. Silverman in 9/11, he took out the insurance on the World Trade Centers 2 months prior, and then he was supposed to be there that day, but he had a dentist appointment.
Yeah.
Okay, So these stories, as much as you would like to just make them be cut and dry, no, they just battled over rhymes and this and that. Yeah, and no.
Right.
You know?
And that is, I think that is the how this podcast, how me and my dad, like we just kind of operate. Like, yeah, that could be true or not, maybe.
Or not.
Or not. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it could be. Or not.
Could be.
That's literally how we just kind of look at all of these things. So for
Yeah.
sure. Let's take some questions, man. Let's
Let's get some questions so we can get out of here.
Absolutely.
It is
Let's
11
see.
o'clock.
Yeah, man. As you guys are getting your questions ready, what's up with Kim Kardashian?
Oh, yeah, Kim Kardashian got the pubic thongs out.
What
Yeah.
is happening?
This is clearly for those who want to have the 70s porn look. You know what I mean? And I have no idea. It's through Skims, her company, and it's a thong with pubic hair based on, you know, if you were blonde, a redhead, a brunette, or something.
Somebody said good night.
Yeah. They ran out of shit to do.
Yeah.
Unless you are in a 70s porn flick and you acting out, you know.
Crazy.
With my luck, Malcolm, I'd be in a porn flick and I'd be the husband on his way to work.
Yeah.
Right? Your job,
Like,
Black
what?
Dot, is to grab your lunchbox, kiss
leave.
your beautiful wife, go to work, and I'd be like, nah, I'm reading in the script. Can I be the plumber who comes through? No. Homie here, he gonna be the plumber. You can kiss your wife, you can go to work.
Oh, somebody had a good question because you said this. What do you think about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl?
Oh, it's multi-layered. I said Apple is sponsoring this. Mm-hmm. The halftime show was always sponsored by Apple Music. And I said Apple has the new AirPods out that translate all languages.
And they keep saying, and don't you hear them keep saying, you got 4 months to learn Spanish?
Yes.
Like they keep saying, you got this time to learn Spanish.
You got 4 months to get these iPods.
Yeah.
Because he don't speak in no English. No habla English.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be in Spanish. And this is the counter Kendrick Lamar shit. They did not appreciate that Kendrick Lamar shit. I don't care what none of y'all say. You appreciated it as an artist, and you know, it was creative, and he was speaking up against the system and all that old bullshit, right? Them white folk, them corporate people was like, I don't get it. I have no idea. He's not even doing his popular songs that I might know. He's out here with Sammy Jackson, and we don't know what's going on. So now they going extreme the other way. Now white folk really gonna be confused. And Trump said he gonna have ice outside waiting.
He's
and
from
not
Puerto
the kind of
Rico,
ice that melts. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have ice out there. You know?
That's funny.
And so I think it's a way for Apple to make money. Because you know what? People gonna be like, you know what? Let me just go get them new iPods and be ready for the concert.
What do you think about the government shutdown?
Usually when I hear government shutdown, it's like a scare tactic. Ooh. And they never really shut down. The last minute, 24th hour, they come through with the budget. This is one that's been going on for 3 weeks now. And so it raises an eyebrow of, is this a part of the, because everything is a part of the plan, right? It's all a part of the plan. What is this preparing us for as opposed to what's coming next? There are no accidents in the there are no accidents. Everything you see is by design. But where is this design leading us and preparing us for what's next? You know?
Okay.
Very interesting stuff. Side note, we talked about jobs. Home Depot is offering a certification now in HVAC, carpentry, and plumbing.
Oh.
Home Depot. So, while this tech thing is going on, they still haven't found machines to build houses, change your plumbing and all that yet.
Listen.
And if they're giving you a certification, which means they're teaching you to come out of there, it's no excuse not to have some money in your pocket. And I think that's a great idea.
Listen, like a skill sets, man. Like that's where if you can recession-proof skill sets, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff you need, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's definitely where it's at.
No, I did not hear about the owner of Turkey Hut being arrested for aiding and abetting.
I actually screenshotted that story. All right. So the Turkey Leg Hut founder, Nakia Holmes, was taken into custody Wednesday and now faces felony charges for allegedly helping a man accused of aggravated kidnapping avoid arrest, right? So she was charged with one count of hindering the apprehension or prosecution of a known felon. Authorities claim she assisted Jonathan Cezanne, who had recently been accused of attacking an ex-girlfriend with a tire iron while already out on bond for other felony offenses. He is facing charges for aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault involving a family member. So, which is crazy because remember, she and her husband, they had a Turkey Leg Hut thing. They were divorcing because she found out he was cheating with some of the employees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it looked like that she was getting the better of the divorce because he was putting out, he was trying to put out food trucks across the street from the Turkey Leg Hut.
Yeah.
And it looked like she was getting the best of it. And now you about to go to jail, ma. Like you going down.
Yeah.
You going to jail, man. What's up?
You're going to Yale.
Did you see that story about the guy who got into a fender bender with an off-duty cop? They got into an argument.
And he killed him.
He pistol whipped the
off-duty cop.
The off-duty cop backed out.
Laid him down.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
And then even
anytime you're dealing with road rage, it's bad.
Yeah, and then his parents even came out. What? We gone?
We're back. I'm back. I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back.
There you go.
All right. His parents even came out and said that like the cops was in the right to do that. Like,
see, here's the thing: when you're confronted with that level of truth, guess what? Let me tell you what the parents could have did. They could have said nothing, and people would have started marching on behalf of homie. Ben Crumpenham would have been out there.
Ben Crumpenham.
Right? And turn this into something, right?
Yeah.
You can't be wrong and strong. If you see me get out my car and pistol whip somebody and he back out and hit me, it's a wrap. It's nothing else to the story. Thank you for your condolences and support. My son was wrong. End of story.
What did you think about the LSU player?
That was messed up. The one who the police officer basically framed him, made people sign false documents to say he was involved with that car accident, and then the tapes come out and he wasn't.
No. They showed extra footage, right, of him driving a $120, weaving in and out of traffic.
Right.
He was driving on a straightaway, right? He was driving, and then the girl panicked, went into he did cause the accident.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it was a chain reaction.
Yes.
Even though he was 75 yards behind, it was the speed in which he was coming that forced her to panic and cause it, and then he just dipped around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See? Because perspective is everything.
Yeah, because I was like you. I'm like, how did he even get charged with this? Like, that was clear racism. And apparently, like right after that, they got him calling an attorney, and people going, "Yo, dog, like, innocent people don't call an attorney 10 minutes after something happened like that."
Got you.
Which again, whole situation is sad. it was just interesting because Ryan Clark came out with his chest out, and a lot of people, me too. I was just kind of like, yo,
Yeah.
They framed him, and then they said, no, this is what happened. Like looking from this angle, this is what happened.
Yeah.
So it was sad.
And it's perspective, the angle you see it and what they frame can paint these pictures. That's why it's important not to get overly emotion until all of the facts come out, right?
Yeah.
To what's going on. Malcolm, somebody said, what do you think about Letitia James?
What happened with her? Listen, I'm out the loop.
Well, Trump is bringing her up on fraud charges now. Because remember, she was the one who spearheaded a lot of those charges against Trump that fell to the wayside. And so now he's on a revenge tour, and he caught her with a hand in the cookie box, allegedly. We'll see how all of this works out. I think she'll be okay. She'll be okay.
Yeah. All right. And
with that being said,
guys,
we'll be back Thursday. We're not even going to keep you in suspense. We'll be back Thursday. Now, my man Obar's coming into town this weekend. You know, we're going to chop it up, break bread, do what we do. You might sneak a little popcast in there for you, may not. All depending on what kind of mood we in. So be on the lookout for that this weekend. All right?
All right.
It'll be unscripted. Go get this merch. This iconic 20% off. Go get the journal. Right? You're going to have this by November 2nd, which is a Sunday when this thing pops off for 60 days. And go get that book. Gotta laugh to keep from crying, baby. Peace.
Peace.